Saturday night. I don't know how the hell Kelly Lee Phillips can listen to her request and be on the phone at the same time. How is that possible?
I know. That girl can multitask. And let me tell you, lady, your number should have been... Sorry, my number should have been in your phone on speed dial. What the hell is wrong with that?
It's probably in there. I just can't find it. I've got so many phone numbers in my phone.
Oh, my gosh.
She's cast us out like everyone else.
You see, she's not got us in there as Donna or the Yankee and the Brit. She's got us in there as, like, Battle Axe or something, and then she forgot what she'd named us. I know how that works.
I know, right?
You have to look under Battle Axe and Knobhead.
I got to figure out what I saved you under. I've got to save people under something. I never remember what I saved them under.
What does the name say across your screen right now?
Just Donna Bradley.
Hey!
Imagine that.
No wonder I couldn't find it.
So tell us about your trip away.
Oh, it was amazing. Got to see a whole bunch of new artists that were amazing live. It was so much fun because I was there for a week and nonstop every day, but so much, not only the big names and established artists and stuff, but a lot of new artists that were amazing downtown that I hadn't got to see live yet. Or first time hearing them.
Wow.
Well, tell me how you get in there to see all those people.
You don't have to tell him anything.
I'm asking you then.
What were you asking?
How do you get in there to see all those people? Do you pay to go in and visit with them, or is it like an open...
No, well, during CMA Fest, the whole week, they have 12 free stages for shows, and then they also, that doesn't include all the bands at the bars and everything like that as well. The only thing you have to pay for is if you go do the Nissan Stadium show at night, which is the big names like your Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert and Luke Bryan, that type of thing. And then at the Fanfare X, they have 4 days during the day of where you can go and meet big artists or up-and-coming artists as well. And that's only $25 for the whole 4 days.
Really?
Yeah, and then like the Country Music Hall of Fame has stuff going on you can get tickets for. You can get them easier if you're a Country Music Hall of Fame member, which I am. So I got to go in and see a small show for Clint Black, John Party, the CMT's Next Women of Country. Got to see them. Got to meet the Oak Ridge Boys.
Wow.
Got to meet Charlie Pride. So
I saw most of the pictures. I saw most of your pictures, and I was like, that girl's just getting all over the place over there.
And I still have so much more to post. It's not even funny.
Wow, I was just amazed. It's like, how did you get in to meet all those people? It was amazing. I'm glad you kind of explained that.
And then there's fan parties too, fan club parties and fan parties. Like the gentleman you just played, Drew Baldridge. He had his first fan party down there while I was there. It was early in the morning. Only 40 people got in. He served everybody breakfast, just like a down-home breakfast. They brought out plates of biscuits and bacon and eggs and hash browns and ham and everything. Passed it out to everybody.
Yummy.
You're going to have the husband drooling in a minute.
It's too late. I already am.
And not only that, he brought the food. He did a Q&A. He went around and sat at all the tables with everybody and chatted, did a acoustic performance. Actually, one of the songs he played was the one you just heard. It was about his grandmother. And then what he thought, what was his grandmother's favorite song of his, about and it was what he thought it was like for her watching down on him that day. So he was actually crying when he performed that song, which was very emotional when you're in that small of an area with a singer-songwriter that, putting their heart on the line. And he gave out gift bags to his fans that were there. So now I have a little Drew Baldridge bobblehead in my living room.
Of course.
Did you steal lots of underpants for me, like I asked you?
I did.
You
plenty.
did.
I tried to get Blake Shelton's, but it didn't work.
Oh, you suck. What kind of an underpants thief are you?
I know, right?
I'm telling you, you're a terrible lady. No more missions for you.
I tried. But
Did you get any holy ones, like religious ones?
No. Didn't. But I got plenty of new artists that we got to get y'all playing their music. But
yes,
we're amazing down there.
Yes, send me over some tunes, lady.
Yeah, there's one that she's a singer-songwriter down there, and she's been around for a while. But her name's, I don't know if y'all have heard of her, Ashley McBride.
I'm not sure.
She's amazing. She has one that's out on radio right now called Little Dive Bar in Dahlonega. But she was amazing. We saw her perform at Marty Stewart's Late Night Jam at the Ryman, which he has every year after the award show at night from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And this year, during the show, he brought out 4 singer-songwriters, one of them being her, and each of them could perform one song. And it was her first time ever playing the Ryman, and she got a standing ovation.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She was wonderful.
That's the way
really
to do
good.
it. Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
But,
yes, well, we
But it was
enjoyed your
amazing.
pictures.
Say it again?
yeah, if anybody wants to see them, they're on my page, feel free.
Yes, look up Kelly Lee Phillips, guys and girls. She got some awesome pictures this week. We've been following your little trip, haven't we, husband?
It's been a trip, all right.
I'm already booked for next year, too. I've already got my hotel booked.
Yowza.
Where did you stay?
Yep. This year we stayed at the Hilton Home 2 Suites down by the airport because everything out there gets filled up quickly. Like this year, we got a room booked next year for $122 a night, and by the next morning it had already doubled in price.
Wow. Because they knew you were coming.
So we lucked out.
I know. Kelly Lee Phillips is coming. There's going to be loads of fans turning up,
Hey,
so
but
we
I
better
can't
up the
stay
price.
downtown. The hotels downtown are like $600-700 a night for CMA Fest.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and I'm not saying if I'm down there for 8 days, I can't be paying that much money.
Oh, come on, little rich girl.
No.
I think that's totally awesome, though, especially meeting all those people. Did anybody take any time and chat with you, or was it just a hug and a picture?
No, like Drew, he chatted, Drew Baldridge. Chris Jansen, we got to meet him. Some of the things, were a little bit faster because it depends on how many people were there to meet him. He spent a little bit more time talking to you. One of the artists you playing on your show, Shelby Lilo, one of y'all interviewed him.
Yes, we like him.
We went and saw him perform again at the Wild Horse Saloon down in Nashville, and then we went on his fan club party, and it was actually his fans are called the Lowriders, and he took a select few in a limo ride around Nashville.
Wow.
And took us to where he actually writes his music, did a tour of there and everything.
Did you
So
go?
that was probably about an hour and a half with him.
Oh,
Wow.
you went then.
I
Cool.
hope you had the opportunity to steal his underpants. If not, you disappoint me, girl. You really disappoint me. You've got a stamped addressed envelope in the mail so you can fill it up.
Those boys, theirs was sort of quick, but they talked, or oh my goodness, my mind just went blank on the lead singer's name. But he talked. He was very friendly. All of them were friendly, but some people are a little bit more quieter than others. Like I met Danielle Bradbury, but she was a lot more quiet, reserved. Says hey and everything, but very quiet. But everybody, I didn't meet one person that wasn't, nice. There's a country singer that's been around a while, Jeff Bates, super friendly guy. He'll stand there and talk to you. A new guy that we met, a country singer out of Philadelphia, Justin Favis that y'all should get on there to interview. Super nice guy. He's a newer up and coming. But there were so many new artists.
Well, you haven't let us down yet with the people you've sent our way.
No,
so,
she hasn't.
We trust your word on that.
Yeah, but definitely, I mean, like I said, there's some, like Ashley McBride, y'all have to play her. She is amazing. Singer-songwriter. She is, I don't know how she hasn't been on the radio before now. She's amazing.
What's her name?
Ashley McBride.
Ashley McBride. McBryde. She has, one of her songs I love is Little Dive Bar in Dahlonega. And then the song that she got the standing ovation for while she was at the Ryman, that was, what is it called? I'm trying to think of the name of it. Drawing a total blank all of a sudden. Can't believe I can't even think of the name of the song she sang.
Well, don't hurt yourself.
I know, right? I'm trying to look it up online. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I can't believe I can't remember what it is.
Which one are you looking for?
I'm trying to think of the name of the song she played while she was at the Ryman when she got the standing ovation that night. I can't think of the name of the song.
Oh,
But, Girl Going Nowhere. That was the name of the song.
you're going to have to stand on one leg or something. Your signal keeps cutting out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Girl Going Nowhere was her song that she played. Can you hear me now?
We hear
Ashley
you now.
McBride, right?
Yes, that's
Ashley
right.
McBride.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, well, what we'll probably do is we'll cut you loose, we'll get this song on,
Okay.
and then we'll have Steve Hickman on at the top of the hour. He's another crackpot. He's
Another
he's off
crackpot?
his flipping rocker, that one.
Can't wait to hear him.
Yes.
Oh, you'll love Steve, man. This dude's got some awesome music. We fell in love with this guy the first time we heard one of his songs.
Yes.
So it should be something we'll all be able to remember. There you go, Uncle Larry. Sing along, buddy. The old man told his story about the years gone by, how he played his home down in New Orleans and some old dingy dive. I knew 'em all back then, he said, as he reached out for his home. He closed his eyes, wet his lips, and then the blues were born. He played with so much feeling, tears came from his eyes. He stopped and reminisced a bit, and then he gave a sigh. He said, you know, I almost made it, but that was before your time. Dixieland, Ho-Ho Blues, Scatman Jack and wine. Slapped his knee and gave a grin. It sure was good back then, reaching for his home on the floor. Placed it in an old tote sack that hung across his back. He said goodbye and shuffled out the door. Enthused by what it told me, I never got his name, so I called the waitress over and started to explain. A tired old man, his tarnished horn, memories of years gone by, how he played his horn, reminisced, smiled with tear-dimmed eyes. She said, you are mistaken, there's been no one but you. but I know who you're talking about. I used to know him too. You'll find him down on Mason Street in the back of an old churchyard. A stone that reads, rest in peace. I tried, but it sure was hard. Slapped his knee and gave a grin. It sure was good back then. Reaching for his home on the floor. Placed it in an old tote sack that hung across his back. He said goodbye and shuffled out the door. He said goodbye and shuffled out the door. Ah, yes, just for Uncle Larry, Yankee and the Brit. 'Cause this fire in my belly is gonna burn this whole place down. Hey, what's going on? Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network on a country Saturday night?
Hick Sticky Fried Chicky is on the phone.
Yeah, hey.
Oh, you poor people.
What's up, boo-boo? What's up, boo-boo?
Oh, just choking down a picnic basket, Yogi.
Yeah, hey, that's the way. That's my buddy Steve, they say.
What about the Ranger, Yogi?
Ah, the hell with Mr. Ranger. We're going to steal everything in the park.
That's right. We got all the picnic baskets right here.
That's right. I saw a 66 Corvette, boo-boo. We're going to take it.
I think there's a few people in the chat room, a few sandwiches short of a picnic basket.
So what's new, mister? Talk to me.
Shut up a minute.
Oh,
I'm
man.
talking over here.
And you, shut
Stay
up
out
a
of
minute.
it.
I have a question to ask Steve. How low can you actually go? How deep can you
I don't know. You can get pretty low with. We don't even use technology to get there. That's pretty cool.
Donna just gets a kick out of the long shot when you go, all right.
Go on, do it again for us.
All right.
That's not as low as you go. Come on, you can go lower than that.
Oh, I probably had to do that 16 times in the studio. Do it again, Steve. I don't want to do it again.
How low can you go?
What happens if you grab your balls when you do it? Does it make you go all high?
Yeah. I mean, that's the vice grip maneuver, and we only use that during certain songs.
That's only when you're singing backup.
Yeah, right. Exactly. When I need to get totally inverted.
'Cause I'm a long shot.
Exactly. I mean, I did my own background vocals there.
Okay, now we got that clear. You guys can just chatter away about whatever you wanted to chatter about.
You already ruined the mood.
All right then, Steve, you came here to talk. Now talk. We forgot what we was talking about.
How's the new band?
Oh, it's awesome, my man. We ended up getting a really good lead guitar player last week and kind of rounded out the sound quite a bit, man. I couldn't be happier. Next move's to get some filler pieces in there, some steel guitar and some... Oh, man, we've got a few things going on. We got a guy that can play a pretty damn good banjo. We're going to put him in on some stuff and try to bring people in and out as we can and add some dimension to this thing. But we just collected a new show coming up on the 29th of July, and we're going to play downtown Beach Grove, and it's going to be a good time. It's at the July Fry. Should be really cool, man. We got invited to be one of the two headliner bands in that, so we got a lot of work to do to be ready for it, but it's going to be fun.
Now, where's this place at? In Indiana somewhere?
Yeah, it's in Beach Grove, Indiana. It's like right down in downtown Beach Grove. They shut down part of the street and set a stage up out there. It's a pretty good size event for small town.
Awesome. Are you playing out
Don't be
anywhere
great.
otherwise at the moment, or are you just hanging back till you get everybody kind of squared away?
Well, we're trying to get the new guy acclimated and get him comfortable, and then we're going to be doing a bunch more. But for now, we're just trying to keep it simple for a while and add on to the set list. We're getting there.
That's awesome, man. I know I checked out that one of you guys jamming. It's pretty cool. I don't get to listen to the whole damn thing a lot of times, though.
Well, that last one was terrible. It was almost just nuts that I even recorded it because we couldn't get a good angle on the camera and we were in a hurry, and it went rough on the first time trying to do the live while going live.
Oh, you should. How come you didn't have somebody on the camera?
Well, I was trying to get that accomplished, and I just, that's where I tell you I failed that miserably, so hopefully next time I'll get somebody running the camera and it'll be a little better. But the sound was good, all except for we had a problem with the board wanting to fry out some channels at the end of that, too, so.
Nice.
But other than that, we're doing good, Randy, and we've been having a lot of fun. And I don't know, it's been a long time coming for the band because it took me forever just to find some key components and people that actually wanted to do country around Indy. You know, it's a tough market here.
So are you all sort of gelling pretty well together? You know, are you all knowing who does what? You know, do you all write songs, or do you write songs alone, or, you know, who does what?
Well, right now, it's all the songs that I've cataloged. I got about 80-plus original songs that I've written in the past. I would just say in the past 2.5 years, most of those have came. And we're plucking through those and picking out immediate songs that we want to put out there. And then we've got some backups whenever we want to tap into them. And as a band, collectively, we're hoping to be able to write some songs together and put those out, too.
We got a couple of your kind hanging out in the chat in here, Paul Marcel and Donna Joe.
Paul Marcel says he came to get his beads. Did you see that picture of Randy today, Steve? He was all in a nice big green wig, he was, and he was wearing my pearl necklace. He was wearing my earrings. It suits him. All he needed was some knobbly Steve Hickman knees, and he was there.
It's been like that ever since you guys brought me into the bedroom. He can't do enough to try to top the hick stick, I tell you.
It ain't easy, buddy, that's for sure.
I know. 3 people in this marriage.
I thought the green hair was an excellent touch, Chief.
Oh, well, thank you, darling. It just made my whole afternoon when I got to dress up the way I'm really comfortable.
You should see the colour of his downstairs hair.
Oh my goodness! So the curtains match the drapes, do they, Chief?
Oh no, they don't. They don't match. He went all sparkly just for you, not for me.
Oh man, the creepy version of the Ronald McDonald House all over again. I'm having a flashback.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you get when you share a bed with Steve Hickman and Rand the Man.
I'm going to have to dye my bush for St. Patrick's Day, I guess.
Oh my goodness! Good thing that's past us.
Yeah, but it's
good
coming.
Thing it's past us, Randy.
We're almost halfway back to it again. Got to prepare now, you know.
May the dyes of March be with you.
Did you say the Ides or the eyes?
The dyes.
I thought it was the dyes.
I get it now. I'm a little slow in the uptake, but I got it.
If you were a clown, they'd call you Patches.
See what you started, Paul Marcel.
Wasn't Paul the one that commented on my moobs?
Yes, he did. Yes.
Excuse me, did you say moobs? M-O-O-B-S?
Yeah, man boobs. Moobs.
I got you totally, man. It's like he's got the moobs. You're not just a one faceted man. You could do it all. You got the moves and the boobs. You got the moves.
Darling, you have no idea the things that I go through to look good for you guys.
I want mine off. It's covered up by bed covers.
Donna Carroll, you spelled it wrong. It's M-O-O-B-S. Not like a cow. Moobs. Oh my God!
I got front row tickets to the movies.
Oh gosh, you are getting worse, Steve Hickman. You are so not funny.
You wait till next time you stop and take some pictures of those longhorns. Look, Donna. Moobs.
Oh, boy, we really flipped it this time.
You slipped your disco, did you?
Yep, I sure did.
So how's work?
You guys are too much fun.
Anything shocking happen at work lately?
You know, I have steered clear of any major malfunction at work lately, and I have steered clear of a shovel, which is somewhat fucking amazing.
Have you given the smoke test to anything?
No, I haven't let the smoke out of a single thing in at least, I don't know, it seems like 3 years now or so. That's pretty good.
Wow, I'm telling you, that's all right. Well, come on down here to my house. We can smoke a couple things around here because this place is wired up like, oh my God, I can't even tell you.
Sounds like an electrician's house.
I did it all myself.
We do a great job, except for when it's at home, and then we just kind of patch it together, and yeah, it'll work.
That's right. You know what you can get away with.
He must live at the Bradley house. He's describing it way too easy.
Yeah, you
Hey,
must.
by the way, that's the last place you ever want to buy in a real estate listing is an ex-electrician's house.
Did you and my
As
dad?
bad as that sounds.
Did you and my dad work together by any chance?
I don't know. We could have.
Yes, I'm telling you, man.
No, electrical's a fun trade, but I'll tell you what, it requires a lot of respect, man. Early on in my career, I found voltage to be just like an Advil, man. You took it daily to get rid of the aches and pains, but
Yeah.
nowadays, the less voltage I take, the better off I am, I think.
Has it ever made your hair stand on end?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why my hair is short today, and I never could really grow long hair.
Well, you've been close to those 440 lines, have you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's where I'm saying you kind of walk on frog hairs when you're messing with 480 and 440, stuff like
Why
that.
do I imagine Steve with hair like that?
I always used to
Oh,
worry.
you can walk into a room with that and just feel it lifting your hairs.
I used to worry about my dad when I was younger because he was a tree trimmer all his life, and they used to trim along the high lines and stuff. You know, you're talking 400,000, 600,000, whatever they got running through the lines at the time. And
Oh, yeah.
I used to worry about him getting up there too close to him. He says, as long as you're up there, you're grounded. Yeah, well, I can tell you all about whether you think you're grounded or not.
Yeah, man.
I hauled some heavy equipment one time, and I snagged a high voltage line with it. And let's see, there was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There was 12 tires on the trailer, 3 axles, 2 on each one, and I blew every tire out. So don't give me that shit, you're grounded.
Hey, I can buy that, man. When you do get electrocuted, it isn't the voltage that even kills you, Randy. You could take a lot more voltage than what you think, but it's amperage that'll kill somebody. And
That's
if
right.
you got just less than an amp can kill somebody. It only takes so much to put you in defibrillation, and that's it basically. And I've been close to big problems with that before too, so I feel blessed, and I'm still walking and talking today.
That's
with
why-
some of the accidents that I've had.
So that's why when he's jamming on that guitar, he can melt those strings.
Oh, yeah, right. That's why I made sure to pick a really good lead guitarist, man. That's something that I've never really given myself too much credit for, Randy. I'm not too hot on the guitar strings, but I got a big heart and I love to play the stuff and surely love to sing it. So I can keep a rhythm. I'm lucky about that. But outside of that, you won't see too many Jimi Hendrix moves out of this guy.
Hey, I'll tell you a little story about when I was little. We was in the garden and we had the radio plugged in and we had an extension cable out into the garden, and it started to rain, and my brother, he went in the kitchen and he went and unplugged the cable, the extension cable, and I started wrapping it up, and I had the plug facing into my hand,
Oh,
the
no.
3 pins, and my brother went and plugged the bloody thing back into the wall, and I got an electric shock from it, and it was kind of strange. I'll never forget it. It was like someone pulling me down onto the floor, really, really slow. Can't explain it any other way than like someone behind me pulling me on the ground. But it didn't happen. Ah, fuck! What was that? And it happened really, really slow. Oh, I'm going to kill that husband. If you heard the sound effects he's playing, you'd realise why that made me jump.
That was probably the first time they heard the American anthem in Britain. for it, Donna. Oh, say, can you see?
All the stars in my eyes.
Yeah, buddy.
I had a scar on my hand for probably about 10 years after that, and it's probably, I mean, it's nothing there now, but I had a scar for a long time.
She's got a nice scar right in the palm of her hand. It's a perfect built-in French tickler.
Oh, boy.
Whoa. Donna Reed in the chat room says, Steve, how is your family doing, and how do they feel that you can write and sing music?
Well, that's a good question. We're a good family, man. We try to support each other the best we can. My kids, of course, their kind of music isn't my kind of music. That's pretty self-explanatory. And some you'd think my kids would love country western music, but really it's quite the opposite. It's like a lot of the kids running around, they like this poppy stuff.
Yeah.
My son, thank God for that. He really loves what Dad's doing, and my wife, she's as supportive as she can be. It takes a lot of time from us for me to rehearse and to do the live shows on Facebook, which we love being able to do. And she understands that it's more than just music. For me, it's a medicinal thing, and it really sets me as a person free from a lot of the pain and the things that I've gone through. I lost my mom a couple years ago, and music has absolutely helped put my soul back together after that train wreck. So, everyone's very understanding, and my wife's supportive of my talents and skills, and I think she really likes it that I can write these songs. I've written a couple for her, and that's pretty much it. We try to just step with it day by day and roll with it. It's gotten to where it's a lot more these days than she's used to, and it just takes getting used to as a couple when you're married and still trying to chase dreams and work and raise kids. It's a tough battle, but support around the house, man. We're trying to, We're trying to just keep it together and support each other.
Because I don't know when you've ever had it together. Not as long as I've known you, anyway.
Oh.
You've always been a bit loose-wired.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so funny, I know.
It's because you haven't met my daddy yet. My mom was the one that had it all together. He's the wild card, and that's bred into me.
Oh, Paul Marshall's in the chat room asking for a puff off Randy because Randy's been flicking that lighter.
Oh, Randy's heavy on the tobacco goods tonight, is he?
All right.
He's over here. I could see him blowing smoke rings while he said that.
Yeah, I wish I had some other smoke rings to be blowing right at the minute.
So it's a powwow. Randy's ready for a powwow.
Me smoke 'em peace pipe. Me be peaceful and happy.
Most people are. That's the whole problem with that stuff, I think. They don't want peaceful and happy.
Hey, if that's what it takes, I'm all about it.
Exactly, Randolph. I don't know.
You must be destroyed.
Are we parked, man?
Calling me Randolph. What the hell is that?
He's getting a little
I
bit
think that's the
ambitious,
greatest ever.
What? Calling me Randolph?
Yeah, Randolph. Why not? It's exotic. It's fresh. It's abounding.
What the bloody hell is exotic about Randolph?
My mother was a whack job. What are you talking about?
No, you're no whack job. You're way beyond that, my friend. It's okay to be Randolph.
No, I'm a wanker. There's a difference. Now you got Donna Carroll started on it, Randolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And that's why I hate it. Right there, Donna Carroll, is because they used to call me that shit in school.
Damn it, Donna. We had him going. He would have been fine. He would have been running around the house in the skivvies later talking about I'm Randolph, master of the puppet.
Oh,
Now he's not.
do not give him ideas.
I'm the only master I am is the master of the baiter.
I knew I recognized you from somewhere.
They wanted me to sing with Metallica, but when they found out I meant master of baiter and not master of puppets, they said, nope, we'll pass. Oh,
All right, let me put that on my list. No more Randolph. He hates it.
You almost had me all gushy and warm inside, and then Donna came along and ruined the whole thing.
Daggone it.
Is that third
Lucky
person
she's
in
like
the
a little
marriage
ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
It's me being the third person in your marriage, Stephen Randy. They always...
Oh.
Yes,
Whoa.
yes, dear.
He said, yeah.
Hey, you're going to take on some of this responsibility too, man. I'm not paying alimony by myself.
Who are you guys again?
The Yankee and the Hick.
Well, you know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, right?
Yeah. Well, what does that got to do with anything, Randolph?
I don't know. Ask Donna Carroll. She's the one that brought it up.
Oh, yeah. She's
still
like
on about
me, too.
reindeers.
Cheesy what?
I said she's still banging on about reindeers.
Oh. Hi, Dark Angel.
Yes, Dark Angel is in the chat room, Patty.
You're no
I
Dasher.
can't see the chat room tonight. I was stupid and called you from the wrong phone.
That's all right. It sounds good anyways.
But anyways, hello everyone out there. Hope everyone's having a killer Saturday night listening to the Yankee and the Brit on the Spreaker Network.
That's one way to kill it, that's for sure.
Now then, I said to Randy in bed last night, you know, because we like to talk about you in bed, and I says to Randy that you can't answer.
It's so creepy.
Yeah, I know. Seedy and creepy at the same time. Kind of cool.
It's even creepier because I don't
Go
remember.
on, tell me more.
Anyway, I said that we can't give you those same boring 10 questions that Randy normally reads because you've been on the show twice, which means that we're going to have to think up some 10 questions for you. And I didn't actually get to think of some because I completely forgot. So when it comes to question time, they will be completely off the top of my head.
Oh, this ought to be good.
This ought to be really
I can
good.
hardly wait.
That's like bobbing apples in a trash can. Jiminy Christmas.
Yes, sir.
You're listening to the Yankee and the Brit. You're listening to the Yankee and the Brit in the RTM radio network. This will be our last show tonight.
We got some
Oh,
Brit
no.
killed it.
It was the Brit's 10 questions that did it.
That's it. Trust me, I won't let her forget either.
Randy, you better think of some as well, because I can't think of 10 all by myself.
I can only think of the one you asked Billy Lord. That's the one that
I
keeps
can't
popping
even
into
think
my
of
mind.
one all by myself. Oh my gosh, you are in for it, Steve Hickman.
Oh, good God Almighty! Hey, Paul, I'm going to light that cigarette up again.
Donna in the chat room, Donna Reed, would like to know what you drive.
Hey, that's my question.
Would I drive?
Now you know,
Okay, well.
Randy would like you to say, "I drive a Ford."
He's got a 1963 Vega.
No, it's actually a big old Chevy utility truck. It used to be a railroad wagon.
Was it? It was a high railer, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if it had the kit on it that they could zoom down the rails or not, because from what the mechanic told me was the whole bottom of the damn thing was about rubbed off. So I imagine I imagine they Bo Duked it down the railroads on most occasions.
Oh, that's the kind of railroad.
Now, speaking modes of transportation, my drummer is a major unicyclist. Hey, all right, and tell me that ain't double talent.
What's he doing?
A unicyclist.
He's a unicyclist.
What
For God's sake.
This guy has unicycled on some of the tallest, craziest unicycles you've seen. He's been the stilt clown before. He's played a drum set while wearing stilts, which I'm baffled by. But yeah, I mean, basic old beater work truck for me. I'm holding out hopes that one day I may be able to have that big GMC Highboy I want, but it'll probably be when I'm 70 and they're not even, the same anymore.
Wow. How far away from you does he live?
How far away from me does my drummer live?
Yeah, the one with the unicycle.
Oh, probably 10 minutes away, 5 minutes.
Does he ride it to practice?
That guy will ride that thing everywhere. He's a very cool dude. His name's Gary J. And Gary will just hop on that unicycle and roll out at any given point. So he's covered some miles on that thing. It's pretty impressive, really.
Yeah, I bet his saddle sores are too. Whoo-wee.
Jeez, I bet.
That's gotta hurt. That'll leave a mark.
Donna Joe would like to know, what is your favourite colour and why?
What is my favorite color and why? Blue is my favorite color still, and probably because I enjoy a good blue sky. I don't know, I like blue ocean waters. I like blue eyeballs. I don't know, blue. It's just always kind of been my color, I reckon. Oh, and it's the color of the Colts, and I love the Colts.
There you go. And see, darling, this is why he loves me so much, because of my blue eyes. He just simply loves
That's exactly what sold me. The first time I ever seen Randy Man was them big old baby blues.
Wait till I put on some of Donna's makeup and her lippy. You're going to love this
Wait till
look.
you see his brown eye.
You are going to love it.
You simply will love it, darling. Believe me.
Yeah, I hear you. You're an actual natural at that, Randy.
Kind of scary, huh? You know, you're talking about you like blues. You should hear Donna Carroll's song. What the hell is it? Ain't Craven or Craven? I forget the hell the name of it.
No
I
idea
love that
what
song,
you
man. You
are
got to hear
banging
that
on
tune,
about.
man. I'll send it over to you. It's awesome.
Donna's awesome, man. Yeah, send that to me. I may have already heard it. I've checked out some of Donna Carroll's music. She's awesome, man. Another one that's just got that southern spirit in her, man, and she lets it go. It's awesome. Donna's great.
Attention, Craven Blues. Thank you, Donna.
That's the one.
Yeah, what a great tune that is. My goodness, that thing kicks ass. I'm just saying.
Sounds like it.
So Donna Reed in the chat room would like to know, who do you look up to and why?
Who do I look up to and why?
Yes.
Well, I mean, there's a few that I look up to in this whole world, but as far as if we're talking country music, I still look up to Hank Jr. and Alan Jackson and Aaron Tippin, guys like that that's still out there and making great classic country music. And in my book, way underrated. They're still out there pulling big shows, and they just don't give those guys the attention they deserve. But Hank's kept it real for a long time, and he's added his own touch to country music that can't nobody erase. And I look up to that because he still just keeps rolling on. Willie Nelson too, that's another one that I still look up to. That has just kept on cranking out the tunes regardless of what they say is popular. So loving it.
He's still breathing. That's a big plus.
Oh yeah. He thinks it's pretty funny, all these hoaxes going around about him being dead. You said you heard his new song, did you?
Yeah, I play it. I love that song.
I'm still here or something like that.
I'm still not dead yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, still not dead again
I'm
today.
still not dead. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Willie's something else. But yeah, I'd say number one's old Hank Jr. because he's they're bringing him back to Monday Night Football. That's what I was trying to think of. After all these years, I figured he probably would have told him to take a flying leap, but I think he knows that it's a perfect fit. So it'll be good to see him back doing the Monday Night Football thing.
I saw Aaron Tippin live back in the 90s and mid to late 90s. When I lived in upstate New York, and he was playing in a big circus tent. And I'll tell you what, it even sounded good inside that big old tent. It wasn't too bad, and he really knew how to throw it out there.
Aaron Tippin, straight up blue collar as they get, buddy. He's another one that's kind of like me that came out of busting his tail, man, and he caught fire there for a long time. It's too bad that, again, a lot of those guys haven't been highlighted much anymore because they still got it going on. Aaron's still playing today, and he's just amazing, man. They still got Lone Star, bands like that still out there. I caught Lone Star not too long ago, man. They still sound really good.
Yeah, those guys were pretty cool, too. I like their No News. That was one of my favorite ones.
Oh, yeah, and they're still rocking that stuff, so you just got to look for them, man. And Heroes are still out there jamming.
Calvin wants to know how long you've been married.
I've been married 18 years.
She's put up with you that long?
Oh yeah, now that's why I said it's kind of hard to look elsewhere when you got somebody that's seen you at your very worst and at your very best and still stays with you. So Kelly's a good girl, man.
Donna Carroll wants to know, when did you learn to play the guitar?
I learned to play the guitar when I was, I'm thinking maybe 12 years old, 10 years old. Started playing with kids in the youth group at church, exactly, and we played for a while, and then I got into some coffee shop bands, and I've played strictly rhythm all these years. I don't think I could pick a lead on Mary Had a Little Lamb, but it really wasn't that important to me. What was important was just being able to keep a good rhythm and enough to where I could write some songs and sing and enjoy myself, and I made that possible. This new lead guitarist that we got is a really cool guy, and he's going to help me get myself back on track to advancing further and being a better guitar player. So that's something that's always kind of it's been a long run playing the guitar, and frustrating one at that, because you always want to be better than what you were yesterday. And at some point it just becomes a stagnant thing where if you don't find some help and look outside the box, you just kind of never change. But the last 2 years we've gotten better just by doing the live shows and cutting some chops, man. Everybody leads on like it's good enough guitar, and I'm happy with that. But now that we got this next dimension with the band, it's all going to be so much better. I can't wait to share with you guys our progress when I can get a good recording of it. Half time I try to record our practices, and my awesome drum player damn near blows the speakers out the Samsung. So we're still trying to find a way to get this stuff recorded as we're playing so people can hear it and not want to cringe when they hear the speakers popping.
Hey, tell us about the Josie Awards. I know you said you was up for a nomination.
Yeah, I got nominated for the Country Outlaw Artist of the Year award for the 2017 Josie Awards. It's a very cool honor. I don't know if I'll be going out there to Nashville for the actual thing, but I'm completely honored that someone had nominated me. It's very cool.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Have you heard Stevie Ray Vaughan's version of Mary Had a Little Lamb?
No, but I'm sure I'd love it because I love SRV. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite tunes ever on this earth is The Sky is Crying.
You go look up his Mary Had a Little Lamb, you'll shit yourself. It's badass.
Well, I'm going to look it up now because you got me intrigued. I've heard a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan. I don't think I've caught him ripping some Mary Had a Little Lamb. That dude could play anything and amaze you, I tell you.
Uncle Larry wants to know what you think about Charlie Pride.
Charlie Pride was awesome. I think he looked outside the box, man, and he did what he enjoyed, and he was every bit as good as some of the other legends out there, man. Charlie's a legend to me.
Donna Reed is asking, what is your long-term thinking of? Where do you see yourself going?
Over the edge.
Well, I want to look beyond the hick stick realm of music. I mean, for this, like I said, for me, I started doing this just as medicine, and started writing these songs to put down some of the weight I carried in my heart and soul, and it's helped me immensely. But in the long run, I want to, excuse me, I want to get my business further rolling along, which is Hick Stick Music LLC, and dig in and go beyond my music and find talents around this country that are underrated and not glorified the way they should be, and get them on a bigger stage and help them. I mean, it's hard for anybody to get you a recording contract these days. You got to be realistic, but there's ways to help people and to get them support and investors, because that's the most important thing you can have right now as an independent is a giant audience and great support from your fan base. Then you got to have a little bit of money to invest in yourself as far as getting your stuff out there. If I had the money to drop into broadening the view of my audience, then we'd get so much further along. And that's one of the biggest problems today, is for artists to be able to find a way to hit a mass crowd quickly. And it just doesn't happen that smoothly. So that's what Hick Stick Music LLC is all about, is getting these great independent talents and getting them out there to the masses. And that's part of this journey I'm on, is not just figuring out how to get my music out there, but it's basically laying out a way for a blueprint for other independent artists to get there. So whether I make it anywhere past the man cave or not, I sure hope that before I'm gone from this earth, I've helped a lot of other independents get out there and have their music heard. So that's where the long-term goal sits, is being able to represent some of these fine artists. I want to dig out some of these blue-collar folks that's got all this heavy weight and emotion in their hearts and souls that they want to put into music, and get them out there.
Calvin's got a question, but I want to ask you something myself first. When are you coming to Texas? Because I just found out that the library in Sherman has a recording studio that's free for anybody to use.
It does? Oh,
Yes, it
baby,
does.
Let's go play.
I don't know what it's about or what it sounds like,
buttons?
but I think it'd be
That's
cool as hell.
crazy. That's the kind of stuff that will get people going back to the library, I reckon.
I think it'd be
That's a
cool
pretty
as
good
hell.
deal.
I just think it would be cool if you came down here and we went over there and did a show from there, and you guys jammed over there. I think that'd be cool as hell.
Buddy, I completely would love to come down to Texas and hang out. I lived in Tyler, Texas for a couple of years when I was a youngster, and really loved Texas, period. I got to travel around a little bit while I was down there. But, yeah, buddy, I'd love to get down there and do that. It'd be fun.
Bring the wife and come on, man, because this place is growing like a weed. There's more work, you know what to do.
Wouldn't you be a little bit scared that Randy would try it on with you?
What's that?
Says, wouldn't you be a little bit scared that Randy would try it on with you? You know, he gets a bit frisky sometimes. He'd put on that green wig and it'd be all over that Steve Hickman. Wouldn't you be running?
No, I think he would contemplate what such a wonderful woman he had, and we'd be all right all of a sudden again. Things would return to normal.
Oh, darling, you have no idea how I could make you hit those high notes.
Yeah, the old vice grips. We're going to have to hide the vice grips, darling.
I won't need any vice grips. Don't you worry, my friend. Hey, Calvin's question is, now I'm making it a two-part question. He wants to know, are you working on making a CD? But my question is, did you put out a CD or anything with the tunes that we play here? The ones that you have like on YouTube?
Well, the tunes that you have there, yeah, there is an EP with the 6 songs that I did with Dave Fowler in Nashville. And my whole problem with not releasing that has been being able to afford some of the other things I have to. I've got to get the things marked for distribution. Otherwise, I'd just be passing out a bootleg EP, which I could do that too. I just feel like it deserves a little better, at least the label and the cover. So I want to do that, and then I can, start releasing those. It won't be that big of a deal to get them printed and made. It's just a matter of having the funds to do it, and then they have to be coded for iTunes and such, which when I first cut the EP, I didn't realize the extra steps needed for that. So there's another $1,000 or $1,200 worth of stuff I have to do there to be ready for that. And hopefully one to get on to CD Baby or something to where we can get some help with the distro of it. But yeah, I've got that six song EP, and I called it Hick Stick Holler. And then there's another one that I did with Jerry Peters in Nashville, and it only has 3 songs on it, but it was Mama's Song, and oh man, what was the other ones on there? Farther and It's Gonna Take Us All. And I'm going to release it too eventually. I'm just kind of trying to figure out if I want to add to it first, or if maybe we can incorporate it into a full CD. So, we're still just in the growing pains of that, man. And I've been telling people it's coming for a year and a half, and it's kind of embarrassing just because I can't really take that next big step yet. But we're getting there, and we start raising some funds with the band outings and stuff. We'll be able to start getting those things accomplished. I've just been trying to find a way to get the funds raised because I'm raising 3 kids right now, and that's the most important thing, so I can't really rush to do anything with that, if you guys dig what I'm saying.
Perfectly understandable. Yes. So anyways, Calvin, if you want to check out Steve's tunes, they're on YouTube. You can just search YouTube Steve Hickman and you'll find them. And there's some awesome stuff there, man. I'm telling you, it's all great stuff.
And tell these guys where you can get your Steve Hickman shirts. Everybody can be walking around like a Steve Hickman walking, talking.
Oh, man, I need them to do it. I need to know I got Hickmaniacs running around everywhere. And you can get these shirts through our fine folks right here, Yanki and Brit. They make some great quality T-shirts and hats and everything else. So y'all get on there. All your favorite artists that most of them that you're hearing right now have merchandise there. So go check it out and get geared up, man. Country music's on its way back.
Hell yeah, it is. You people like you and Donna Joe and Paul and an endless array of the people that have come through this show. It's just unbelievable how great the music is. I mean, it's just, we have not had anyone yet that we didn't like their music.
Yeah, but you did find that Steve Hickman a bit odd, didn't you?
A little off-center, but he's all right.
Especially when he wanted to give you a toe job.
That's the best part about me, guys, is I'm not afraid to be me. A little off-color. You gotta be, I mean, what are you stuck with? Everybody can't roll a 7 every single time in the dice table.
Well, darling, you're just the best.
It's all right to be a little different. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we're certainly different.
Randy, that's what I said. I just gave you full permission to be wild and free.
Well, thank you very much.
You don't need permission.
No, because you know me. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks.
Oh, you're telling him
that's
to be
right,
wild.
But that's the way to be.
He's going to have a crazy night in the bedroom tonight.
Paul says get a room.
Get a room.
I don't know if he means you and me or me and Donna or all 3 of us.
I would say you and Donna. I mean, that's just my point of view, though.
You're hurting me, darling.
Well,
You're hurting
me and
me.
Randy don't go to bed without Steve Hickman.
You're making me feel
Randy
so
leaves
insecure.
me feeling with a very prison-y feel to this conversation.
You're making me feel so insecure right at the
Yeah, I feel all right about it. We're okay, man.
All right. I love you, too.
All right.
All right.
There it is.
Shall we get out a tune?
Giggity,
Steve Hickman
giggity.
tune? Higgity, giggity. Oh, yeah, that's what you have to play right now, husband, is Steve Hickman's Honky Tonk But Donkey Donk.
I don't even know
Oh,
what it is.
no, nothing but donkey
Donk
donk.
But Donkey Donk. You know it has to happen.
I don't even know if I can find it.
Can't find it. Darn.
That's my point.
Because he didn't name it Honky Tonk but Donkey Donk. He named it something else and said, I don't
You
know
know,
how to find it.
I only did that song for you. For you. One time it was supposed to be.
That's what I tried to tell her.
And she's like, oh, Steve Hickman rocks to the donkey donk. No, I don't.
Stevie, baby.
I give it to Trace completely. He owned that thing.
That's right. You have all the rights, so take them away from her, please.
I liked old Trace, and he had a lot of cool songs, but that one really wasn't my favorite. Neither was that swing song he did. That one kind of irked me.
A swing song?
Yeah, swing batter thing he did. I don't know. You'll have to look that one up and entertain yourself on that. But
well, I'm not a fine follower of fashion, so I don't follow Trace Adkins. He's too much of one of those Nashville stars, if you will.
He had a pretty cool thing going when he started off early, and so did, I used to like Blake Shelton too, man, and I just kind of lost my flair for that feller too. So
yeah, I agree. I don't know. Well, like I've said before, as we came through the '90s, it all just went to hell in a handbasket after that.
Yeah, and it was almost like they blended it so well you didn't realize what was about to hit you. And I still think there's a lot of talent in those. The new country guys and these pop country stars, but they ain't got the feel, man, and that's where, for me, it'll always be a problem as far as dubbing it country.
Well, I want to say they followed the money trail more than anything. I can't say that's true, but, once you sign those contracts, you're hooked. You do what they tell you, and I just feel some of them, I just, they got the money thing, they got the fame, they got the fortune. I think they stopped being who they really were and went along with the program, and it just ruined them, instead of staying true to themselves.
And that's the tough part, Randy, because it's like staring at a pile of money and then staring at yourself in the mirror and trying to decide what you want worse. And, I can see for anybody, I can even see myself standing there scratching my head like, here's everything I've waited for in front of me, but I can't be me to have it.
Exactly.
And I think if that's the case, I'm going to be poor just like I was when I came into this world, because I can't see money changing. You understand where I'm coming from. I just think that if you sell yourself out,
I don't think you should compromise
it can't
yourself.
never get better.
Yeah, you're done. As soon as you do that, you're finished.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it just removes a big part of your soul, man, and I can understand it, and people are going to make moves to make their lives better. But as far as my route goes, man, I just see it being something that if I can't look back and say everything I did up to this point built where I'm at, then I really don't want it.
Yeah, and I think Donna Carroll, for one, would agree with you on that, because she pretty much says the same thing. She's going to stay true to herself, and that's where the real music is. And I know this is on a very small.
You've got to be comfortable with your decisions afterwards as well, further down the line. Whatever decision you make right there and then, as tempting as it may sound, you've got to be happy.
Hello,
in
Lee.
yourself.
I was going to say that this is on a small scale, but Donna and I had talked about that before. We've had a chance here and there for somebody to have, for us to have sponsors and pay for their spots and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't want it, because I'm not going to have anybody telling me I can't talk like I talk on my show, and that's where if people don't like to listen, there's 9,000 other online stations. There's all the terrestrial radio stations. There's YouTube. There's iHeart. There's, Pandora, whatever you want. Go there if you want. But I'm being me, and if you don't like it, move on. And I'm not selling myself out for a couple dollars. It's not worth it.
Well, here's where I chalk it up to, and this is about as simple as it gets, Randy, is the music industry has changed so much, and the dynamics of it are not the same as they used to be, and people used to think of, oh man, some dude in a suit will hear this, and the trigger's pulled, and they'll call me, and I'll get this contract and make all the money I ever wanted to and be able to do this. Well, it's nothing like that. And a lot of these contracts that they get you into these days, if they can't market you and you don't make money, then you're going to have to pay back money to them that they couldn't recover, and that's all in your contract. But here's the deal. The way I feel about it is that the music industry is wide open these days. It's a internet Nashville. It isn't the same Nashville. And if you can build yourself an audience, you don't need the giant. That's the big thing, is your money has to go into advertisement and getting yourself out there and promoting your music so that it's actually getting to an audience. Because when you post something on Facebook, you're only reaching 3,000 people at the most. If you pay for promotion, which is, of course, the gimmick, then you're going to reach a wider demographic and a bigger area each time that you pay for promotion, so to speak. I've done a couple promotions and felt like you don't get what they promise you out of it, so it becomes a money trap in a sense. So you need sponsors, you need investors, you need to do promotions, but you have to do it smart. And but if you can do those things and you can build the audience, then you can topple the giant, because that's all the giant can do for you is take you in. They can help you create a brand if you don't already have one. That's why I created my brand the way it is. And, you know, they get you out there. And if you can do those things yourself, you don't need the big guy. And people don't care. If your sound is unique, if it appeals to them, if they like it, they're going to buy it. You could put a freaking Little Debbie label on your album and people will buy it if they like it. So the whole thing is not to buy into what the big giant can do for you. It's what can you do for you and how far are you willing to go put your music out there. So the big thing, self-confidence, and it's building an audience, and it's putting money into what's going to help further your mission. So and I just hope that a lot of people start looking more into it that way, because the industry is wide open. You just have to find a pioneer's path to how to be successful in it these days. It's a whole new world out there.
It makes me wonder sometimes if people like Universal and all the big music companies aren't, why the reason they're cracking down on things like people singing music, cover songs on Facebook and YouTube and things like that is because they know this is what's going to happen if they don't maintain control of their stock.
Oh, yeah. Randy, they don't want you covering music. They don't want you doing none of that stuff because, for one, they own the rights to those cover songs. Okay, we get it. And royalties need to go to the correct people. I believe in that. But I also think that it just has a lot to do with if you're not going to go through us, you're not going to have a path. So they try to shut down up-and-coming singers and stars because they want their cut in all this regardless. And they're not sure what to do. Their backs are against the wall because of the internet and the way people can just give music away for free. So I think it'll kind of always be a problem. The big thing is getting out and seeing people's shows and making the effort to buy their music and not just do shareware and stuff like that, because when you do shareware, really you just cheat your artist, man, and it does snuff out music in a sense. And I like that, people want to be giving and share those kind of things, but I think it also had a hand in making it harder to make money in the music business. And it's still a job for many people. Once you get so far along in it, that's what you do for a living. You provide people with great music. So you need people to buy it, and you need people to support you. And I see that being kind of a tough problem with things today, too. But we can get it under control, and it's a new world. We just have to get our music industry straightened out, and it just starts by people respecting the music again.
Well, it seems to me that, and I know too, that they, one day they're going to come around. But, I mean, with people like you and Donna Joe and God knows who else, Kyle Daigle, all these guys, you guys keep writing your own music and keep putting your fresh new music out there. There's nothing they can do about it.
No, not a thing. And I think that's the best thing we can do. And honestly, I'd do this for free until I was dead if I knew it was benefiting somebody. So, the embodiment of music is lost. It's all about money, and it's a big world out there. So don't get down and out because you feel like nobody cares about your music. Tons of people care, but the big business isn't going to let you know they care unless they know right away they can make millions off of you.
Yeah, and they're the ones that get the millions, not you.
Oh, yeah. They'll still give you a chip off the block. That's about it. But that's where it's at, man. And it's sad because you got a lot of great artists out there that have big dreams, and it's hard for them to achieve it because things are so upside down backwards, man. I was always starry-eyed with it and wanted to go big. And the more and more I've played and realized that that isn't as important, the easier this has all become for me. So I just look at it as I'm going to do this because I love it, and if something comes of it, that's great. And if it comes to a point where they make me choose between putting out real honest music and putting out garbage that's made in a machine, I'm going to choose to keep making real heartfelt music and do it from the dirt house if I have to. I don't care.
Well, I think there's a movement going on with you guys, and I say you guys, meaning all the country artists.
Yeah.
Facebook.
There's a bunch of us.
As much as I don't like Facebook, I think it's doing some good in that respect because, when you do your own original stuff, as long as it's not a cover song, there's nothing nobody can say or do about it. And there's enough people now that I see the numbers of people that are following different singers and different artists, and they're passing it on to their friends. Oh, you got to check this guy out. He does this live, blah, 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 So everybody's finding out about everybody because of it being a social network. If we could get rid of all the crap on Facebook, all the posts about, send prayers out to, Billy Bob because his wife's got a broken ankle, or, all these stupid things in the news today, fake news and all that. If we could get rid of all that crap and it was just an actual social network like it started out to be, you guys would go over the top. But, there's so much other crap that takes people's minds off of it. And people have a very short attention span anymore. So, you guys have to be out there constantly putting yourself out there. But I think there's a movement where you guys are going to change this stuff if you just keep it up. And as well as I do, nothing happens overnight. So it might be another year, it might be 6 months. I think another couple years. And this whole Universal Nashville crap is going to come crumbling down around them. But you guys have to keep pressing on. It's like an army,
exactly.
Like an army marching forward, man. Don't give up. Keep marching into the front, and take it head on.
Well, that's how it feels, Randy, and it feels like a battle. And there's times where all of us get down and feel like it's a hopeless mission. But really, you just have to go right back to your roots and remember that the reason why you're doing all this in the first place. And for me, when I was 10 years old and picking up a guitar to play for people and wanting to learn, it wasn't for making any money. Let me tell you that. It wasn't a bit about a dollar. It was about, I want to do something unique. And I think if people will sell themselves back to the music will rise to the top again, and that's all it's going to take, man. And it's a great thing that people in social media are liking and sharing this music, and it is starting a revolution. And we'll get our honky-tonk music back, and we'll have fun with country again, and we'll return the Grand Ole Opry to something glorious, but it all take a team effort across the board. And again, you said there's a bunch, and I agree. There's every day it seems like someone else emerges that is singing that good old country sound and are worthy of being heard. So there's an army of us, and everyone has to stick together. It shouldn't be a competition. It shouldn't be a big pissing match on who's better and who's this, because everybody's unique, and we need all hands on deck to get this thing back under control. So if people would support each other and not see everything as a damn competition, man, that's the start at a family taking back the music that we love so much, man. And it's a simple formula. It's just you have to kind of rid the selfishness part of it all. I would rather see my friends succeed than fail any day, man. And I don't find any humor in somebody having a hard time. So we have to build each other up and, don't leave anybody behind. Everybody can improve. Everybody can do something better. But the big thing is there's a lot of unique talent out there. And, the drama part of it's the only thing that just really sucks, Randy.
Well, I find what you said to be right on the nail head. And, I know this is a corny saying, but there's no I in teamwork.
Well, and that's very true, and we're at a teamwork level right now. Like I said, if we can all just band together and help get the word out, that audience will start growing, and it has for a lot of us. We've shared audiences as artists and tried to help our fan bases tune into other artists, and that's the beautiful thing about the group of guys that we have playing live shows, and everybody wants to help, and they want to see the other guys succeed, and it's helping everybody. Every single one of us has had an increase to our fan base because of talking about each other on our live feeds and stuff. That's important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we're going to go play some Steve Hickman music here because we got a couple great tunes to play.
But I have 10 questions.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you are going to love these questions, Mr.
All right,
Steve
man.
Hickman.
All right,
I'm mentally prepared.
Chicky.
I'm on the side, man. I'm out of this one.
Okay.
All right, now let's get our focus on. All right, let's get the mind beams going here. Hit me.
I didn't say there was going to be any thinking going on. Mr. Steve Hickman, what makes you bored?
What makes me bored? Silence. Silence makes me bored. You want to make me bored and crazy, lock me in a quiet room by myself. Yeah.
Question number 2. Are you old-fashioned?
Hell yes, I'm old-fashioned, as old school as they get. I was raised by blue-collar roughnecks, ma'am, and that's what's caused me to be as the colorful person I am.
Do you like chocolate?
Do I like chocolate? Yes, I like chocolate, but it's a problem child for the stomach. But I like chocolate.
What scares you the most?
What scares me the most?
Yes.
Oh, politics.
Politics. What was the last thing that you ate?
The last thing that I ate, a hamburger, a big old greasy hamburger.
Thick, sticky fry hamburger.
That's right. Grilled to perfection.
Tell me something about someone you really admire.
Well,
oh, don't forget me, darling.
Mr.
Don't forget me, honey.
Oh, I really admire Mr. Randy, because he's just a man, of course. No, but honestly, Mr. Keith Sampson, I really admire Keith Sampson, man. He's put 1,000,000 miles on the road, and another blue-collar artist that just speaks to my heart, man. Old Keith rocks on. So I'd have to say I really admire my man Keith Sampson.
And what's your earliest musical memory?
Earliest musical memory. Well, one of my fondest was back when Garth Brooks was still Garth Brooks. I got to see him in concert, and probably one of the best concerts I've seen ever. Then I kind of lost my flair for Mr. Garth because he went some different places, but still one of my fondest memories, seeing all his brigade run up and down Market Street down there and getting in and seeing the amazing show he put on. The guy's a hell of a performer, so I would say it was Garth Brooks back in the 80s.
Are you normally late or are you on time?
Oh, well, here it's the better of two worlds either way. I'm either really early or a few minutes late. I sometimes show up right on the tick of time, but I'd say most of the time I'm early because I don't like being late.
And question number 9. Name 3 things in nature that you find most beautiful.
Find the most peaceful or useful?
Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, man. I love the Smoky Mountains, so one of the most beautiful things being up on top of them and looking out over the valleys and hollers out there is an amazing feeling. I love that. So that's one of them. I've always had a big affinity for big old tall pine trees. I love pines. I love the smell of pines. So that's another thing. And just the animals and stuff, man. That's another beautiful thing about it all. I'm a huge outdoors fan, so any chance I get to get out there, I do, and I enjoy the hell out of it.
Our neighbor across the street is going to move to the Smokies in a few years.
It's a pretty remarkable place to be, Randy, and I'd say there's a good 5 or 10 places I would love to move and get away from the crappy air here in Indiana. But Smoky Mountains is one of them, man. It's just beautiful. I don't know if you guys ever been there before, but it's a sight to behold if you love that sort of thing.
I have. I love it.
And the final question of the evening, putting Randy on the spot. Go on, suck him a question. Suck it to him, big boy.
I was totally unprepared for that.
Come on, question number 10 from Randy to Steve Hickman. You can't think
Way to put him
one.
on the spot.
I know.
I know. I wasn't even ready. I thought my time was through over here.
I've got one. What's the worst punishment that you had when you were a child, and would you dish it out to one of your own children?
The worst punishment. Oh, man.
Like picking a willow switch off the tree for your own ass. How about that?
Yeah, I had to do that a time or two. But I think the worst one ever was Grandpa. You know, he was a big-hearted old boy, but he was rough around the edges, man. He didn't take no nonsense. So he'd carry around a big old leather welding glove in his pocket, and you got out of line sometimes. Unbeknownst to you, you'd catch that leather glove upside the back of your head, son. You'd think a shotgun went off right in your ear because he'd just briskly slap you. And yes, I'd probably use it on mine if they wouldn't if they weren't responding to English commands. I mean, we have to be real here, y'all. We have to be real, you know. I'm saying you're not going to slap them into tomorrow, but I'm a firm believer that you get 3 shots at straight English, and then you might catch something if you ain't listening by then.
I've always said 3 strikes and you're out, kid.
Yeah, and I love my kids more than anything in this world, but that's something that we got to watch out for, because you don't hold your kids accountable and you know, keep them thinking, man. We end up with a bunch of mindless kids running around, and I'm not prepared to turn mine loose like that.
No, and if you do that, you're going to have people like me jumping on your ass, because I blame the parents for the kids of today for the most part.
Well, and, you know, then people want to say, how do you blame the parents? Well, I mean, you just didn't. Kids are a product exactly of what they grow up in. I'm a firm believer, because I grew up in a tough family myself. And, you know, and I can see it all around the world. It doesn't matter what color you are or what your deal is. Where you are raised up and the mentalities that are around you are going to rub off, and they're going to be foremost in your mind. And it's hard to change people once they've been subjected to things like that for so long. And you know what I mean. It's all about how you were taught to do things. And if you weren't taught to do things with any respect, then you're not going to do things with respect when you're older.
I agree 100%. So one final question. What music was you listening to today? You must have been listening to something.
Well, I was listening to Outlaw Radio on Pandora for a while, and I like that because they give you just random rips of all of my favorite heroes from back in the old days. So, man, I listened to all the legends today. I have to admit that. That's what I was listening to. I find a lot of inspiration in hearing the older music again.
All righty. How cool is all that?
Yes, we are going to cut you loose, and we have a few of your tunes to play over here by the looks of the playlist.
Awesome. I'll hop off here and jump in the chat room for a little bit.
Yes.
We love you, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you spending a little time with us.
Love you guys, too. I had a great time. I always do, man. You guys are one of my very favorites.
Be good to yourself.
See you in bed, baby.
All right. We'll see you, doll.
Bye.
It's more than music. More than music. It's a state of mind. Don't stop. Let's go. It's a way of life. And there's nobody that throws down country better than this.
Welcome everybody. On the RTM Radio Network.
City feels just like a jail. I wanna bust out and run like hell, never looking back until I reach those hills. Yeah, the Great Smoky Mountains, the thought of you gives me the chills. I need a tailgate, a jar, the river, and my guitar on a bonfire Saturday night. If I don't take a little time for me to unwind, I'll never get to feeling right. I need a cane pole, fishing hole, catfish on, here we go, you know what I like. I need a laying low, good old down home southern night. Me and my baby working like some slaves. My kids need fed and my bills need paid, and I'm working overtime, just trying to survive. Yeah, yeah. They call it living the dream, even when it costs you your life. Well, I need a tailgate, a jar, the river, and my guitar on a bonfire Saturday night. If I don't take a little time for me to unwind, I'll never get to feeling right. I need a cane pole, fishing hole, catfish on, here we go, you know what I like. I need a laying low, good old down home southern night. as I can get. I don't give a damn what the boss man says. My truck is all packed. I'll be there in a few. Yeah. Well, I don't drink often, but baby, now when I do, well, I need a tailgate, a jar, the river, and my guitar on a bonfire Saturday night. If I don't take a little time for me to unwind, I'll never get the feeling right. I need a cane pole, fishing hole, catfish on, here we go, you know what I like. I need a laying low, good old down home southern night. Yeah, I need a laying low, good old down home southern night.
Oh, baby, Steve Hickman, them Southern Nights. Thank you, Steve, for hanging out with us for a while, man. That's a great deal. Loved every minute of it. Yanki and Brit in the RTM Radio Network. Here's the man with the plan, the one we can all stand. He is the greatest in the land.
He is the man.
He is our weatherman. It's Samo.
RTM Radio weather. Good evening, Randy and Donna.
Hello, Samo.
Hello, Samo.
Your Greater Bells, Texas area weather for the next 7 days sort of looks like this. Few clouds this evening, low of 76, winds from the south at 10 to 20. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, 20% chance of rain, high of 89, low of 69. Monday, a 50% chance of rain and thunderstorms, high of 91, low of 68. Tuesday, sunny and clear, high of 94, low of 70. Wednesday, sunny and clear, high of 94, low of 71. Hey, Donna Joe, what's it look like on Thursday?
We will have sunny skies at a high of 95.
And for Friday, partly cloudy, 20% chance of rain, high of 98, low of 75. Currently outside the RTM radio studios, the barometric pressure is at 29.6, cloud cover 45%, winds in the south at 11, humidity 56%, and under partly cloudy skies, it's 90 degrees with a heat index of 99. From the 96.7 FM SouthNet 1 Weather Center in Daytona, I'm Samo. Now let's get back to kicking country with Randy and Donna on RTM Radio Network.
What America needs is a strong dose of unity. It's the only way. At Bald Eagle, you used to fly so high. Now it seems we've clipped his wings. Lady Liberty always stood so tall. Now we've brought her to her knees. Are you just gonna sit and watch? Are you just gonna let her fall? If she's ever gonna rise again, well, it's gonna take us all. That old brass bell, it's got a crack running down its side, but it can still let freedom ring. Oh, glory, it used to mean you were home. Well, these days home ain't what it seems. Are you gonna let the torch burn out? Let the walls come tumbling down. We can lose it all together if we don't come together now. it's all for one and one for all. We can take this country back, but it's gonna take us all. Yeah, we can take this country back. You know it's gonna take us all.
The Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. Another awesome tune by the Steve Hicks Sticky Fried Chicken. And thank you so much for tonight, Steve. It's been awesome having you on. A good giggle as always. Oh my gosh. You crazy, crazy man. Anyway, I have a Keith Sampson tune lined up here. Get Twang. Got Twang even. Oh my gosh.
I grew up on the other side of the concrete and city lights. We never had much time to complain, working hard, praying every day, breaking our backs to survive. Yeah, that's a country boy's way of life. Just because you got twang, that don't mean you're country. It ain't the way you talk or the way you walk that does it. You need a hillbilly bone inside, country blood running through your veins. Just because you got twang, that don't mean you're country. I've seen some on TV claiming their country life, living in big old mansions, sporting them red carpet nights, singing songs with a little twang. Hell, to me, that don't mean a thing. Just because you got twang, that don't mean you're country. Just because you got twang, that don't mean you're country. It ain't the way you talk or the way you walk that does it. You need a hillbilly bone inside, country blood running through your veins. Just because you got twang, that don't mean you're country. Yeah, just because you got twang, that don't mean you're country. Yeah, just because you got twang, that don't mean you're country.
Playing more of your favorite country songs every hour. Yes! Great country music whenever you want it.
What could be more American than that?
This here's by request of my good friend Donna Bradley of the Yankee and Brit show. She was like, Steve-O, could you play Honky Tonk Badonka-Donk by Trace Adkins? And I'm like, not really my bag, dawg, but I'm gonna play it for you because I love you and Randy. And I know I can still do this song somewhat. Here we go. A hustler shooting 8-ball, throwing darts at the wall, feeling damn near 10 feet tall. Here she comes, Lord help us all. OTW's girlfriend done slapped him out his chair. Poor old boy, it ain't his fault. wanna swing along. Got it going on like Donkey Kong. Ooh-wee, shut my mouth, slap your grandma. There ought to be a law, get the sheriff on the phone. Lord of mercy, how'd she even get them britches on with that honky-tonk, but donky-donk. Now, honey, you can't blame her for what her mama gave her. You ain't gotta hate her for working that money maker. Band she'll stand at 2, we're staying here to 3. Hate to see her go, love to watch her leave with that honky-tonk, but donky-donk. Keeping perfect rhythm make you wanna swing along. Got it going on like Donkey Kong. And ooh-wee, shut my mouth, slap your grandma. There ought to be a law, get the sheriff on the phone. Lord of mercy, how'd she even get them britches on with that honky-tonk, but donky-donk. Now we don't care about the drinking, barely listen to the band. Our hands start shaking when she gets the urge to dance. Driving everybody crazy, think you fell in love. Boys, keep your distance, you can look but you can't touch. That honky-tonk, but donky-donk. Keeping perfect rhythm make you wanna swing along. Got it going on like Donkey Kong. Ooh-wee, shut my mouth, slap your grandma. Ought to be a law, get the sheriff on the phone. Lord of mercy, how'd she even get them britches on with that honky-tonk, but donky-donk. All right, Donna, there you go. I'm badonka-donked out. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.
Ren the Man and Donna playing the best of independent artists.
I wanna be that man she can't live without. I wanna be the one who erases all her doubts.
On the record, dab, dig, dab, 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 dab. Ren the Man and Donna playing the best independent artists on the Yankee and the Brit show.
Here's a little stomping beat, slapping knee,
You come home from work, you won't take off your shoes. You go to the fridge just to get yourself some booze. You sit on the couch and watch your TV. For the rest of the night, you won't notice me. Attention craving blues. I got me attention craving blues. Other men, they notice me, but my heart belongs to you. I work hard, stay true, and pray every day. Why can't you love me in every way? I'm telling you, baby, you got me attention craving blues. You always try to take as much as you can instead of giving everything like a good man. I work so hard to stay true to you, but there's so much pain that you've put me through. Attention craving blues. I got me attention craving blues. Other men, they notice me, but my heart belongs to you. I work hard, stay true, and pray every craving blues. Other men, they notice me, but my heart belongs to you. I work hard, stay true, and pray every day. Why can't you love me in every way? Tell you, baby, got me attention craving blues. Got me attention craving blues. I got me attention craving blues.
Wow. What a voice. Donna Joe with the Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network and those attention-craving blues. Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network on a country Saturday night. Brian James and Gotta Get There. Guys, I got to tell you, thank you very much for tuning in. Steve Hickman, thank you, my friend, for hanging out with us for a while. What a great guy.
Yes, and look who's just come in the chat room.
What we got here,
Mr.
then?
Bob Kennedy.
Well, hello, Mr. Kennedy.
Which Bob is going to be joining us very soon on the show. He's going to be joining us on the 8th of July.
Nice.
And where's my special button husband?
As long as he survives Labor Day, we'll all be all right.
So tonight we had Steve Hickman, as you guys know. Next Saturday, the 24th of June, we're going to have Rob Manns. And then on the 1st of July, we're going to have Tammany Dove. And then on the 8th of July, Bob Kennedy, he's in the chat room right now. He's got some great, great music. And then on the 15th of July, we are going to have Ethan Wayne. He's got some updates for us on his music, so that is really, really cool.
Are you happy now?
Yes, so glad I got my button. You got into the chat room. I am so proud of you.
Oh, I wish you'd asked, Bob. Would have told you the key was right there under the rock next to the front door.
Yes. The key was there all along.
Well, you guys, one more tune for the road, and we got to hit the highway. I wish you'd have stopped by sooner, Bob.
Yeah, we are going to be out of here in a few minutes. So the last one out, lock up, tidy up the chat room, and put the key under the scary gnome.
Well, it's not going to be that song.
What?
Keep yakking a minute.
Oh, okay.
We only got 4.5 minutes left, and that was a 5-minute some song, so that's not going to work. So
Let's sing them a
ahead
song.
and-
The Yankee and the Brit.
Let's just say
the
we
Yankee
don't.
and the Brit.
How's that sound?
One is a genius, the other's a twit.
That would be you. All right, let's do this because there's just about enough time to do this one.
Because.
And I found it fast enough, so there you go. Bob Randall in Hard Times with the Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. You guys take care of yourselves. We'll see you tomorrow night for a country or a Sunday mix. Come on by, whatever you want to hear. Country,
I think
rock,
we'll play
doesn't
some
matter.
Bob tomorrow night. What
We
do you
might
reckon?
just do that.
Yes,
Matter
we
of fact,
will.
we will do that. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. We'll see you all tomorrow.
You've been working real hard every day, busting your back with all you pay. Hard times, hard times. $9 an hour don't go real far. Puts food on the table and gas in your car. Hard times, hard times, hard times, hard times. Seems like everybody's got hard times. There ain't enough money to go around. It's enough to bring you down. Hard times, hard Your woman said I can't live like this. I can left without a kiss. Hard times, hard times. She threw a ring on the floor, and then you heard that slamming door. Hard times, hard times, hard times, hard times. Seems like everybody's got hard times. There ain't enough money to go around. It's enough to bring you down. Hard times, hard times.
It's the Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. I guess it's working now. We're out of here, man. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Love you, Steve Hickman. You guys are the best. Oh, y'all,
yes,
take care.
Good evening, good night.
And don't forget, tomorrow night's a country mix. I mean, Sunday mix? Jeez, I'm just having one of those days.
Sunday tomorrow. You know,
Yeah,
last week I kept thinking it was Saturday on a Friday, Sunday on a Wednesday. Oh, I was all thrown.
Hey,
what?
Say goodnight.
Good night, Donna.
Yankee and the Brit's the place to be. Radio living is the life for me. Airwaves spreading out so far and wide. Keep your FM, just give me that internet side.
Online is where I'd rather stay. I've got a lot of music to play. I just adore a Yankee view. Darling, I love you, but give me a show to do.
The Chat.
The Brats.
On air.
That's fair.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, British life.
The Yankee and the Brit on air.